Hey everyone! Welcome to 2020. My name is Sarah Johnson and this is Sarah's Cooking Show. Today I'm making one of my mom and grandma's recipes called Kuchen. It's got a streusel topping and we're going to make one of them today. And I'll show you how to do that coming right up. So the cooking recipe will be on my website, sarascookingshow.com. You can also go there to look at other videos, and I'm going to have the recipes on there soon. It's a lot of work, but I'll get that done for you. So what I have is flour, almond, cinnamon, yeast, and sugar in a bowl, and I've got butter and milk that I heated up to about 130 degrees, and I'm going to start combining the two. So I'm going to turn the mixer on to 2. This is my KitchenAid mixer. I have a dough hook in here. I'm just going to slowly pour the milk and the butter mixture in, and it's going to form the dough, which I'm going to knead on the floured board in just a few moments. So we'll get this done. We're just making one Kuchen, and I'm going to bake it on a baking sheet, so it's pretty large. Actually, one Kuchen makes quite a bit of Kuchen. So I've got the dough on a floured board. I'm going to go ahead and knead it a little bit. So I basically just push it down, then I turn it 90 degrees, fold it over, push it down. It's really that easy. And I'm not going to do too much because it needed a little bit in the mixer. I have an oiled bowl over here, and that's what I'm going to put the dough in to rise for about an hour. I think it may only need an hour because it's a smaller loaf. I'm only doing one. I usually do 2 at a time. So I'm just going to move it around in the oiled bowl just a little bit to get the oil all over. And this prevents the dough from crusting because we don't want it to crust up while it's rising. So we'll just come back in an hour and we'll form our Kuchen. So now I'm going to roll out the dough and put it in a pan. I've got this great roller I got from King Arthur Flour. It's really, really nice. And I love it because there's no moving parts, so it's really easy to clean. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start in the middle, and then I twist it around. There's really no way to, or really no rule about getting it square or anything. You can really just shape it any way you want. Some people make them into circles. I like kind of making mine into ovals because I have a really big pan to put it in. Now I take the rolling pin and I just roll the dough around it. And then I'm going to get my pan that I'm going to bake it in and just roll it. Let me move that out of the way. Like this. Now I'm going to make this streusel topping. I've got a cup of flour and a cup of sugar in this bowl, and I've whisked them together. I've got some melted butter too. Some of it I'm going to save for the top of the Kuchen because I'll brush some butter on so the streusel top will sticks on. So what I'm going to do is just pour some in, and then I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to sort of fold over the flour and sugar mixture into the butter and then sort of stir it around. The idea is that crumbs form, and you can see them forming right now. It's really pretty cool how this works, and it's so fast. As a matter of fact, you'll find yourself taking the crumbs off the top of the Kuchen and just eating them by themselves. They're that good. We always make this Christmas time, and we would have it, you know, for dessert on Christmas Day at my grandmother's house. My mom would make a whole bunch of it, and we would have it all through Christmas week between Christmas and New Year's, and even after that if there was some left over, although there wasn't much left over. So I've got my dough, and I'm going to get the butter here and just kind of swish it around there, get some butter on it, and brush all over the Kuchen. And I'm going to dump it in the middle, and then I'm going to take my icing spreader. This is handy for so many uses, and just kind of push it around. We want to even layer all the way across the top. Okay, we've got Kuchen. It's out of the oven, it's cooled a little bit, and why don't we try some? Let me get my knife. This is a good knife to cut with Kuchen because you can slide it off onto your cutting board, and let's see. So I'm gonna slide it off, and then I'm gonna cut down. And what I do when I store it, I cut it in pieces, ready to eat pieces, and then I put it in like a lock and lock, and that's really handy because you can fit your lock and locks in the freezer. So I'm gonna cut a piece. I'm gonna take a bite so we can see how it tastes. Mmm. This is delicious. Mmm. Very nice. It's very moist, not dried out. It's so tasty. I hope you can make this. So once again, thank you so much for watching my show. There's gonna be more shows coming this year. Go to sarascookingshow.com. I'll have the recipe up in a few days.